My name is Liz Campbell. I'm the former president of the Belltown Community Council and the pilot project for LEAD, the first LEAD pilot project, happened in my neighborhood. Chris Nurup used to come to community council meetings, even when there was slow progress being made in the office by LEAD. Chris would be there almost every month and just come to meetings, sit in the back, and he would kind of stand up at that good of the order time and introduce himself and, just say what program he was with and what they were hoping to do in Belltown and just sit down. And he got to know a lot of the people who come out to those meetings, and he heard complaints and stories and questions about public safety. He had a really good finger on the pulse of the neighborhood. He understood frustrations that he was hearing from every avenue and every aspect, and I think that made a difference. People felt comfortable with him. People felt familiar with him. He did not come out and present himself as a big expert. He did not come out at all defensively, and that is really important. There were times when I would ask Chris or Lisa to come out extra based on what I heard in the community. So when the community was seeing a lot of behavior based on mental illness, I would make sure to ask specifically, could somebody from REACH or Evergreen come out and talk about the mental health aspects again? They were just so helpful, discussing where we were policy-wise, how things were going with the clients, and what progress was being made, what seemed a little bit difficult to them, giving me a really good picture of what's going on. And that was true with the SPD officers as well, was that they started telling me more context and not expecting me to just be complaining about a situation, but understanding that I needed background information just to be able to go model communication behavior and to comfortably talk with the folks in the street and to comfortably answer the residents who were asking a lot of questions, and some of them very pointed questions. And everybody, all of us, seemed to shed some of our paranoia, I call it, of each other and fear of each other's positions all at once. So we were all, I feel like we all took a step toward the middle together, and we all took another step together, and we all worked on how we would interact and how we would do things. We understand each other so much better than we did 5 years ago. Every time a new community leader would come in, they would say, "Why didn't you arrest that person?" And it seemed like every time. And then we started to trust, and that meant sometimes we argued about our way of doing things. And then, we worked our way through that. We really, really did, and that's from the project manager's leadership. I had to balance out what I was hearing, which was that people didn't want to make a change that wasn't more arresty, and what I really saw immersed in my community, which is that they really did want the change. They really did want it to be safer and quieter and more friendly, and to feel like we're all in this together, and to believe in the second, because at first you're going to get that pushback very loudly. So to believe that behind the pushback is that's just that they're afraid it won't work and we're going to keep moving forward. And I know that people really do want this change. They really do want what's best for everyone. And it just takes time. So if you can find that leader and engage with them, they will be in it for the long haul. The changing from putting on blinders and walking past some neighbors as if what they're doing is horrible and other neighbors as if what they're doing is fine, made a huge difference. And we seemed to break down a little bit of ice there, and people started talking to each other more. The community itself started changing, and people started seeing each other as individuals and human beings and talking to each other. And that was, for me, the thing that I was proudest of my community.